That time has come where we get to celebrate one of your favorite companies, Temu.
Do you know what? I miss Temu. I had the ump with them because they sent me crappy t-shirts, and I thought, sod it. It's addictive, Mincy. Yeah?
It is. You are also the bastion of style. So you'll recall many episodes back, I had a bee in my bonnet about Shein for a long time. Why? Because I personally think they're single-handedly destroying not just the textile industry across Europe. Boohoo.com is in trouble. H&M's in trouble. Well, that's not really a UK company, but you get the point. ASOS, all of them are done. Then just to recap on kind of my outrage, Shein, they've got really advanced algorithms and they've been caught in the act of scraping the internet, finding small designers' IP, quickly getting it over the line and getting massive. You're discouraging not just the economic side of it, the creative side of it. And I just think that's not good for humanity. And then there was a terminology that you taught me how to use. So was it macabre? Prior to the last US election, I was hoping that Trump would win.
Yes, I know.
It was specifically because I believed that he would address some of the foul play in I love Chinese food. I love Chinese people. I must say, I've also tried to learn Mandarin and I'm still in the process of learning it. So I've got no issue with my Chinese brethren. But what I do have is an issue with some of the shady going-ons that are destroying our industries across the world. Our friend Donald Trump has been receiving a lot of stick, would you say? His tariff. I've been worried about billionaires recently because I've been saying, look, maybe they're not as smart as we think they are. But then part of me, maybe they're acting dumb. And there's a macabre reason for them to operate. I've come across this wonderful article, and you'll be happy about this because I know you've been supporting Temu, and I know you love yourself a little bit of Shein. Temu Shein sees US sales surge ahead of small parcel tariff.
Wow. Is it panic buying?
Another healthy reminder, Temu and Shein's operating model has been evading taxes by ensuring that their parcels are small and below a certain value so that they don't even get checked by customs. Here in the UK, I think maybe the value is 50, 30 quid. I can't remember very well. It might be 80 quid. The point is this, they can't check parcels at scale, so they just go through the system. So the world is starting to crack down on that, and Donald Trump with his 145% or whatever tariffs, I can't even keep track of how high they are now against Chinese goods, is trying to clamp down on it. So everyone's going, oh no, let's sell the shares. If it's going to go down, oh, what are we going to do? And here we have this wonderful headline that their sales are surging. This is Temu and Shein ahead of the parcel tariff. Shein recorded some of its best US sales growth in the past 12 months as revenue jumped 29% in March. 29 in the first 11 days of April. It's a bonanza. May 2024 was brilliant. This was just before we started moaning about it. I'm not going to say we because I know you're a fan. Coincidentally, around August when I start moaning about them, all of a sudden the world reacted to Mensei's rant and they go, no, maybe we should boycott this. And then the figures start dwindling a little bit. February, really low, but then March, as Trump starts to roll out his potential tariffs, boom, 28.6%. And in April, we stand at 37.5% for Shein and 59.6% growth for Temu. Now, Andrew, I don't want to, what's the word when you attribute geniusness to someone who's kind of zombieing their way through it? But do you think this could be the sneakiest economic stimulation plan?
You know what?
At a global scale. Because what about this? So you're Xi Jinping and I'm Trump.
Yeah.
Role play.
We haven't done one of these for a while.
Yeah. Ring, ring.
By all my instincts, you've got to release this out. Hello?
Hello, Xi Jinping. Is this Xi Jinping?
It's speaking. Yes. Who's this? Oh, Donald, how you doing?
Quickly, right before they start tapping our phones. I don't know if you've kept up with current events, but I've just been sworn in. So I'm thinking, economic numbers are down. Fancy a little trade war for about 5 months. Everyone panic buying. Do you remember COVID?
Yeah.
Do you remember our last call during COVID when we did that COVID swindle?
Yeah.
You know that toilet paper surge that we had?
Oh yeah, toilet paper, masks.
For whatever reason, people interpreted that, out of all the things to worry about, Wiping your ass will be one of them.
It's
Yeah, so
important
we
thing.
left all the elderly without any toilet paper because we
Yeah.
had all the young people concerned about how they were going to wipe their ass. You remember that? How about we do a second round of that? Yeah, you fancy that? Did you like those
Yeah,
numbers?
but can we get away from the toilet paper now? Because it was a bit boring.
I know you're the best in the style, Jijing. So how about we do a little bit of a trade war?
Yeah.
We'll do a bit of a back and forth. Get everyone panicking about it. Sell some iPhones while we're at it. Get people stockpiling a bit of Temu, a bit of Shein.
I love it. And also my mate JD Vance, have you've spoken to, haven't you? Your mate.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
part of.
Yeah, he gets a lot of eyeliner.
Yeah, we'll get your makeup sales up too. Don't worry about him. We'll get him covered. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Speak to you in about 6 months when we get to do a trade deal. Does that sound
Yeah,
all right?
yeah,
Listen. Play hard to get. Don't make it easy. All right.
I'll just,
Pinky promise.
no, I don't speak English. No, that's right.
Thank you very much, Xi and I'll see you in 6 months. What do you think of that, Andrew?
I think you know what you could have a point there, because it just makes so much sense, Mincy. Look at the figures, and let's say that's a reflection of all exports, or a vast majority of exports. Makes sense, doesn't it?
What else gets me? Isn't Temu meant to be fast fashion? And is it meant to be like fashion of today and then it stops being fashionable in a month? So you got wearing paper bags in a quarter and swearing blind that they're fashionable.
You should see the marketing, the online marketing that China's doing. They've got AI generated films with Trump and Musk putting Nike trainers together in a factory and stuff. They're going out there. They're doing some great advertising. I know.
Talk me through this thing that you sent me.
So, so this is the kind of mocking and pee taking that the Chinese are doing. So they're doing viral TikToks of what the US worker would look like if they had to manufacture stuff internally, right?
It's
If you go forward, they've even got people picking food and crops and stuff like that. The lethargic, slow way they're doing it.
Oh, mate, make America. Wait, hold it. You know, when I look at this, I don't know how to feel about it, because to some degree, aren't they kind of confessing that these are the jobs that they're doing?
Well, what they're saying is that, can you imagine the American worker working in these sweatshops or these production lines or going out and picking fruit and vegetables? They're going to be slow, they're going to be lethargic. And what they're saying is, America, is this the kind of jobs you want to do? We're doing them. Is it what you want to do?
Yeah, but to some degree, they're almost admitting that their workers are doing crap jobs.
Yeah, maybe. It's there's a couple of others with Trump, AI generated Trump and Musk and stuff, and I'll find them and I'll maybe add them on to some of the stuff. But yeah, that's.
I think we've got a massive problem, and it's bigger than just the tariffs. Because I've been seeing a lot of content on TikTok as well, where now Chinese manufacturers are saying, you think your Hermes bag is made in France. It's actually made here. And they think they're being smart with this. But I think if anything, they're actually proving, and again, this is just my view, completely biased to some degree. I'm saying to myself, well, if you're willing to do this, to compromise that IP integrity from companies that have been feeding you for decades, does that not necessarily prove the premise that you can't trust an alliance with China?
I think the messaging is basically around the fact that we're doing it for a lot cheaper, and even if you do manufacture,
I get the reason why they're doing it, but I'm saying the interpretation behind it on our side could also be, hold on a second, we've got our best brands, we've got key industries. For example, here in the UK, apparently we've just done a partnership to give critical health data to a Chinese company. Mm-hmm. And on LBC, there was a gentleman from MI6 that was saying, like, who's approving this?
Yes.
Like, how is this possible? And it's with these small acts to some degree, they're kind of proving the concern right, which is, look, the minute things have got slightly sour, these companies are going out there and revealing our trade secrets.
Well, that's been going on for years.
Yeah. But again, it's just shining the light on the issue.
When you go to China, you could see in the high streets, and I haven't been for years, but you can see fake Starbucks, fake McDonald's, fake this, fake that. And there's tons of it, and it's been happening for years. But I guess these brands have been putting up with it. I mean, not even that. It's just like they'll copy a BMW. It'll look
Yeah.
identical, and BMW will take them to court and say you've copied our car, and the judge will go, no, it's completely different.
I didn't want to go too much into the weeds of that,
Yeah.
but I guess the point of this, what was the point of this again? The point was, the macabre element
The
is the
powerful
point,
element of it. The point
which
of it
is,
was,
could we be maybe onto a
yeah,
little, our first old hombre conspiracy theory?
yeah, could be. It's either that or we're just a bunch of consumerist idiots that will buy anything even though we don't need it.
What if this is the smartest collaboration of enemies?
Call Trump a genius. Remember when I said, he could be a genius where he says outrageous stuff and slips something underneath that's a thingy. And
What,
I just
imagine causing
imagine,
an economic panic that makes
imagine.
everyone sell loads, gets
Yeah,
everyone extra hooked. And so, before you were like, I'm not sure I'm going to get that iPhone
yeah,
17.
yeah,
When you're like, oh,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, Trump declares 300% tariffs on iPhones. I wasn't going to get a 17, but I think I'm going to get a 17 just so I can get.
Well, it sort of coincides very nicely with the campaigns online saying your iPhone is going to now cost you $6,000. Maybe
That's it.
that's it.
People comment, are we being daft? Are we clutching at straws? Are we trying to justify what is meant to say? Because Andrew's not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Trump either, but, I just like to think that people aren't that stupid, especially the people that are running our world right now. So am I just trying to make excuses and justify things and clutching at straws?